You know you've been called to do music and God's given you this vision, but he'll also give you the provision, but he's waiting on you to take the first step. You know, the Bible says faith without works is dead and dreams without action are just wishes. No plan B means betting on yourself when no one else will. And you know you've got this music inside your heart. You know you've been called to it, but you've been procrastinating. And procrastination is the assassination of your dreams. I know when I first started in music over 20 plus years ago, my first EP came out in 2001, and so that's over 24 years ago, but I had to make a decision. Am I going to do this? You know, I started practicing, I started writing songs, but then I finally had to say, hey, okay, I'm going to go by this artist name. I'm going to start recording. I'm going to start writing, and I'm going to start releasing songs. So in this video, I want to share with you what it takes to go from zero to your first subscribers or your first streams and literally just get in the game, okay? Because talent is a gift from God, but what will you do with your gift? You know, what are you going to do with it? You know, fear always whispers, what if you fail? Faith shouts, what if you fly? Okay? Your calling won't chase you, but it will wait for you. But how long are you going to keep it waiting? How long are you going to sit on the sidelines of your dreams? How long are you going to keep scrolling, watching other people live their dreams, right? We start to numb ourselves with this anesthesia of just like, you know, watching other people, scrolling, watching Netflix, you know, watching other people live their lives. Well, we're not living ours, right? So I just want to say this is your time. Your time is now. No opportunity wasted. My name's Chris, also known as the Artist Manifest. Like I said, I've been doing music since, 2000, so it's been a long time. I've been doing it full time for over 15 years, toured 22 different countries, 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I got songs in the Super Bowl, the Olympics last year, and I write full time for TV and film. So the first thing that you need to get in the game is have a song. Have one song mixed and mastered, sounding the best you can. And let me just say, it's not going to be your best song you ever release because it's your first song, okay? But you want to give it your best. You want it to sound great, right? And we really want to focus on this one song. And so the next thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to call your shot. You're going to have to schedule a release date. You know, you're going to have to choose a Friday. That's when songs come out on New Music Fridays. It used to be Tuesday years ago. They changed it to Fridays. I don't know why exactly, but it's on Fridays. It's how you have your best chance of success. You're going to need artwork, okay? You want that thing to look good, all right? When people are, we don't sell CDs as much as we used to, but now online, you just need a dope cover. It could be an illustration like this. It could be a photo. It could be something with AI, ChatGPT. Just feed it something. It could be like, animated looking, but just something dope. Because you got to remember, fans don't hear you first. They see you first, and they judge a book by its cover, okay? And you really want the genre, like the cover to match the genre. Like it's got to fit, right? And, we've been doing a lot of AI covers. We actually hired somebody to draw this one. And I think there's an opportunity right now to have more photographic stuff. And don't let that stop you from just using a photo off your phone. Okay, like it could be lit cool. It's all about the idea. It's not so about this, you hiring $1,000 photographer. And now don't also delay and saying, oh, I have to have a logo too. No, you don't. Who says the logo even has to be on the cover, especially digitally, because they're going to be looking and they're going to see the name of the artist. So don't let anything hold you back. The next thing you're going to need, because you get literally 180% free lift of your song and more streams, more shares, more saves, okay, more chance of triggering the algorithm by having this one next thing. And I talk about this on my Spotify challenge, talked about it in my free Spotify masterclass, and that's a Spotify Canvas 3 to 8 second video. It's a 9:16 vertical video clip. Could be just some cool images cut together, video footage, you just having fun, right? But you want to make sure you have that ready to upload to the song for Spotify, okay? Because you'll get more shares, you'll get more streams, likes, saves, okay? Because people connect with it. It's just another connection point, all right? And here's the next thing that you're going to need. This is number 5. And a lot of people get hung up on this, and it doesn't matter that much, okay? I love DistroKid, and that is your distributor. Who are you going to distribute your music through? Okay, I've used CD Baby, I've used TuneCore, I've used Stem, I've used other ones with other artists, producers that I've collaborated with, but 99% of the time I'm now using DistroKid. Why? Because you get to keep 100% of the royalties. They do all the other things, right? I'm not concerned about other people pitching the song for me and maybe doing, extra third-party marketing, because you know what? Nobody's going to care about my music career as much as me. And nobody's going to care about your music career as much as you. I don't care if they maybe help you launch the song at the beginning, right? But then they're going to want a commission for the rest of the life of that song, as long as you keep that with them, right? And it's like, you're like, oh, it's only 10%. Okay, until you're making, $10,000 a year. And so what is that? They're going to get $1,000 just for distributing your song, right? You're the one who's going to be posting every day. You're the one who's going to be, collaborating with other artists, running the Facebook ads, the Instagram ads, touring, right? And they're going to benefit and get 10% commission all off of all your efforts. So my one thing is no commission distributors. You don't get a commission, right? That's just not happening. Okay, as long as they can distribute it, get it up to Spotify, Apple Music, which all of them can. This isn't like rocket science, okay? But don't get hung up on this, because it's the next piece that is so important for your growth. And I really want you to enjoy the journey on this, okay? Because sometimes it feels like you're in a dark place and trying to get your music heard. But I like to really reflect on the Bible. When God first created the earth, He created it in the dark. His spirit was hovering over the dark. It was in the dark where He was creating. Where do we create most of the time? In the dark, alone, in the studio. When we're feeling discouraged, we're not really feeling it. But that's where the work gets done. And what I find also interesting, that God worked on the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day. How did He know what to do each day, right? It's because He had a plan. He had a strategy, obviously, and He obviously mapped it out. Now, I'm not saying we're God or whatnot, but we can definitely learn from God, and we can learn from the Bible. And so that leads me to the next piece. Okay, and I talk about this in my song launch checklist, is having a strategy of what you're going to do now that you've got the song, you've scheduled the release date, artwork, canvas, you've got a distributor, you scheduled it for release. Now what are you going to do to market the song? And this is where you got to create buzz. You got to create social media posts. Maybe you want to do a pre-save campaign. Maybe you want to do a handheld music video that you shoot with your friends and set up a bunch of cameras, a bunch of shots, and make a fun video. And then you hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork to edit the video together for like $20-$30, add some effects. You don't got to spend hundreds, thousands of dollars anymore. You can make something that looks cool. And like Tony Robbins says, it's not about your resources, but your resourcefulness. And if you got an iPhone or you got your Samsung or whatever it is, it's probably 4K or it's probably high definition, right? And just come up with some ideas. Talk with some friends. Come up with something. Go shoot some content and shoot a bunch of it. And then post on TikTok, post on YouTube Shorts, post on YouTube landscape long form, Facebook Reels. Like literally, social media is free, right? And then this is what I tell people to do on my Spotify 5-day challenge. You look at all the most popular posts for the full 7 days. Okay, and just like God did in Genesis, okay, you got to work for at least 6 days. You got to post every single day for at least 6 days. And then you look back, what was the most popular one? Which one crushed it? Okay, that's the one I'm going to use for ads, or those two I'm going to use for ads. And I'm going to start marketing this song. And you want to market the junk out of this song and get as many streams, as many saves. You want to cause a ruckus and stay on this song. And again, I said this a million times, but when you feel like you're screaming at the top of your lungs, that's just when people are starting to hear you. All right? Like you've got to be loud for it. You are going to get so tired and discouraged about posting more than other people, and you're going to start, having the excuses of wanting to stop. Fear is going to whisper, what if you fail? But faith shouts, what if you fly? A year from now, you'll wish you started today. Okay, I said earlier, now, no opportunity wasted. Faith is walking when you can't see the path. Okay, you don't know what's going to happen, but you miss every shot you don't take. And so I want to say, get in the game. Stop overthinking it. Go all in and you figure it out. You're going to make mistakes, but you can pivot. You can fix things. All right, but it's hard to steer a ship that's not moving. At least start moving, and if you make a mistake, okay. And then once you've got one song and you've marketed the junk out of that, then release another one. What should be the schedule? I don't know. I think at least a month. Give at least a month of pushing this thing, a month and a half for your first song. This is your first song. Why are we going to just jump to the next one? It's like you've never done this before. Like, let's give that song the best shot. And just so you know, that might not be your biggest song. It might be the second one. It might be the third one. It might be the fourth one, right? But you want to start with one and give it all you've got. So then when you have a second song, all your followers can get notified about that one. Maybe you've built up an email list because you gave it away for free. If you've got questions, you definitely want to come to my Spotify 5-day challenge. I'll put the link below. Every day I train for an hour and we do Q&A. It's over Zoom. It's recorded. If you can't make one of the days, you can watch the replay. But it's so valuable because you get to talk to me one-on-one, but you don't even just hear that, but you get to hear the questions asked by other people, right? And so you can just benefit from those questions you didn't even think to ask, right? Success isn't found in the comfort zone, okay? It's built in the struggle. Okay. And I'll just tell you this, like, people don't want to see a perfect you on social media. They relate to your struggle more than they relate to your success. So you can start posting now. You can start sharing the journey now. They want to see the blemishes. They want to see the cuts, the bruises, the failure. They'll relate to that more than just, a finished song. Like, nobody relates to, the SMB7 or the Focusrite or, a manly microphone or, whatever soundproofing and all those little gadgets and stuff like that. But they relate to your story. They relate to the heartache. They relate to the breakup. They relate to the divorce. They relate to the person cheating on you or going broke or being addicted to drugs. Or for me, it was losing my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old and not having a father figure. And trying to find different mentors. Proverbs 24:16 says, even though a righteous man falls down 7 times, they get up and go again. And so I want to encourage you to get up and go again and get up and go again. And your goal should be long-term is you want to have like 10 songs, right? You want to get 10 songs. You want to get an album's worth. You want to get a body of work. That would be my first goal for you. Release 4-5 songs and then put them all together as an EP maybe. And then all those 4 or 5 songs plus another 5 go on the album. Maybe the first 4 or 5, maybe you could do a remix. But I'll definitely tell you this. And again, all singles. This is the singles economy. Music marketing and business strategies for the new singles economy. Albums aren't dead. But we want to release singles so we can promote every single one and really give it a shot. Give it its best chance because we don't know which one will take off. And like I shared on this masterclass and in the challenge, the songs that got in the Super Bowl last year and the Olympics and the ABC show was actually one song that was 3+ years old. So it's not always about new. And, we talk about this on this challenge and whatnot, that you can promote old songs. You can breathe new life into old songs because they're old to you, but they're not old to everybody else. Okay? So every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Just keep moving. Okay? The only way to guarantee failure is to not start. So I want to encourage you to start. Get started, get in the game, okay? Because now is your time. God put that fire in your soul for a reason. Don't let fear put it out.